I know what you're thinking. Huh, that's weird, Krezel. This sure doesn't look like your base that you worked so hard on in the last video. First of all, great observation. And first of all, again, that's because I'm currently on a business trip and staying in this very nice, very expensive hotel on the outskirts of the Red Sands. If you really must know, thanks to my dedication to the hustle, I have acquired a very handsome sum of E-links at this point, and I'm looking for the perfect piece of land out in these parts to set up my new oil refining business, like a true American. But I know you care not about any of that. Let me get into the real reason you're here. Where to begin? Boy howdy, have we made some noteworthy gains since the last video. At this point, it's safe to say we have officially crossed over into the endgame territory, which you'll see more of soon enough, but first let me talk about some of the aforementioned gains. In no particular order, we reached the current max level of 50, and did so in completely unnecessary style. We had a few deviations, now we have a few more deviations. We also unlocked this cute butterfly emblem for completing a season scenario.
Ooh, look at us, so shiny.
We unlocked this magnificent all-terrain vehicle a while back. This thing is slow as shit. Speaking of vehicles, I built a mobile home on top of this dodgy pickup truck. It defies all laws of physics, but that's what gives it character. I decided to name it the Stabbin' Wagon, in honor of Uncle Wayne from the 2009 absolute banger of a film, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past.
I hate girls! That's sissy talk. Never talk like that in the Stabbin' Wagon.
I also added this awesome, totally functional turret on its undercarriage. We're just gonna pretend we never saw that. And I have to give credit where credit's due. I got the idea for the turret from our friend Maori and their lovely setup, fittingly named Maori's Crap Shack. The Stabbin' Wagon was really fun. That was until our friend Sam the Plague nearly committed vehicular manslaughter while I was out for a leisurely stroll. What the... All gains aside, let me tell you about some of the exciting events that have transpired the past couple weeks as we've neared the end game. I assure you though, you'll see how real things get in a little bit come story time. Once I recovered from my injuries sustained from the accident, we joined up with our pals Maori and Sam for some refinery workshops. This is a game mode where basically monsters come in waves and you have to protect the big production facilities terminal in the center of the workshop. With some heavy hitters like Sam and Mo, it was a breeze. I also learned it's a decent source of acid and premium fuel. Alright, that was fun. Going out as a lone wolf now, we headed to the level 45 securement silo Theta. At the entrance, we were greeted by the mysterious T-Man, who definitely doesn't have a registered trademark of a very large soda company slapped right dead center in his face. If you missed T-Man in the previous videos, my current understanding is T-Man is essentially a middleman between us and clients who need someone to take out a target that has been accused of some heinous crimes. I have no idea of the legality of this line of work, but on my taxes I just claim self-employed.
I have a very special case for you this time. A decade in the making.
Okay, that subtitle does not line up. T-Man informed us that the reward for this job isn't very great because the client paying us is a child. Unfortunately, the kid's entire family was murdered in the Coastal Camp Massacre, which left 11 people dead. The perpetrator allegedly behind the massacre was the deviant Saint L, who hereby is sentenced to death by open bounty. Oh, okay. Exactly how I meant to go down those stairs. The securement silos started off as they usually do. Pretty much your standard run and gun stuff, with the occasional mild jump scare tossed in. Oh my god. Weapon crate! Now what is going on here? What are you? Oh shit. I'm blind! However, when I got to this little side boss, we got ourselves into a bit of a pickle. In this boss room, there's 6 statues in the center. Obviously, and they each need to be facing the same direction that their reflection is in the water in order for the boss to come up from his upside down style puddle. Luckily for me, I'm just naturally very observant, so I knew how to solve the puzzle almost immediately. Alright, I don't get it. I don't know what to do here. Alright, we're cheating. With the statue sorted, the boss rose up like little Jimmy in the morning. I have a newfound love for these mini turrets you can craft, so I pulled a couple out of my pocket and laid them down, and then spiced them up with a couple lightning balls that apparently increased their damage output. It was definitely overkill. Okay, well, RIP those turrets. Another X. Not a very good drop. With that mini boss out of the way, it was back to business hunting down Saint L. Now it was just a matter of getting through a couple obstacles along the way. Yo, what that mouth do though? There we go, this looks more like it. God damn, auto clamber? Come on, what the fuck? Like I'm playing Chained Together right now. And also, who's throwing that shit at me? Know who the fuck did that? Oh, there he is. Fuck him up, buddy, fuck him up. Man, those explosives are useless. Those are great. Whoa, what the fuck happened? Oh, okay. That's exactly what I meant to do with that. Alright, Saint L. Later, Gator. Another sniper, okay. There we are, we did it. The next event we dipped our toes in was the Operation Chiron Public Crisis event. This is a pretty straightforward event where you have to crash the vultures, these little guys. Ritual where they're summoning a servitor or something. Servitor? I don't know. The goal is to stand next to these 3 pillars long enough to remove the servitor's invincibility. After which, you can have a go at taking down the servitor itself. This is a pretty chill event and the loot you get is quite generous if I do say so myself. I've also been enjoying playing the game with IRL friends and seeing what kind of trouble they can cause. Like when my best friend Trey got a little too attached to a whisper he found. Hit that jump again. Oh my god. Yep, you still there. Oh my god, look at him go. You just take your sword out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you. Oh, it's on the ground. What the fuck? Your shit is spawning below your feet.
All the weapons?
Yeah, whatever you equip. It's just stuck to your foot right now. The pistol is stuck to your foot.
What's it look like when I shoot it?
You just, instead of hip fire, it's just foot fire. Or when I got a taste of the next generation's humor, courtesy of Trey's little brother.
You know, it's usually in front of them, not on top of them.
Well, in this game, it's different, okay?
That's what she said too, but if a girl ever says, they have but there's something I need to tell you at a ball, it's either stids or kids.
It's either what?
Stids or kids.
Stids?
Stids. STDs. There's another one I can't remember. It's like a woman's like a radio. You push and turn all the knobs.
Where are you getting these jokes? Society's in great hands. So I think that about sums up how far we've come in Once Human. I'm sure I've missed a ton of things, but for the sake of time, we'll call it good and move on to everyone's unconfirmed favorite part of these videos. The first order of business on the agenda is to catch up with the future ex-wife, Mary. In the last episode, she had us go infiltrate a Rosetta base to find some super secret documents for her. Afterwards, she said she would send us some info about Rosetta's internal structure later.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah, text me that later. I wonder how she got that information. Hello, Mary? Why, she's like 5 inches taller than me. So what's up with the needles? Anyways, you were here waiting for me.
I'm glad you found me. I discovered something quite interesting. You're going to want to see it for yourself.
And what is that?
There's a bunker nearby with an unusual lock on it. One that requires a cradle to open. It must have belonged to the mayflies. We should take a look.
Where is it?
I'll mark it on your map. Then go ahead and scout the area. I'll meet you there.
Very well. Let us commence. Alright, what do you got for me? I'm in love with Mary. I will do anything that Mary says, even if we need to be intimate inside a weird-looking bunker ahead, which would probably kill me. Oh dear. Oh my god, it's almost got 1,000 likes. This place is so hard to find.
Excellent. You made it. Now that you're here, we can try and get in.
What's inside?
I don't know, but there's only one way to find out.
Amen. Amen to that, sister. She's just chilling in here with the fucking mutants? Are you crazy? Alright, 1 second, Mary. Loot calls me. This place looks interesting.
Fascinating. Looks like a mayfly command post, if I were to guess.
Okay.
Hasn't been used in a long time.
Yeah, I can tell by the 12p graphics on the monitors. Oh, shit.
Well, that isn't a good sound.
No, it certainly isn't. She said two completely different things there.
Guess you weren't the only one curious about this place. They must have noticed our arrival.
What gave it away, Mary?
You'll need to hold them off while I try and access the computer system. See what I can find.
Well, if they've come to us, let's give them a warm welcome. You're just gonna stare at that computer or what? Get to typing. No mouse for that computer. To drop the old... Whoops! Why did I drop that like immediately? I'm back, Mary. Let's see. I took care of the threat. What did you find?
Mayflies gathered here about a year ago. This is where they planned for their final mission.
So what's this final
They
mission?
tried to raid a Rosetta base. Then things went south fast, and they were nearly wiped out. But why take such a huge gamble and put everything on the line? There has to be a good reason.
Oh, probably money. If I had to take a guess, the root of all evil. Check the documents on the desk. Here, get the hell out of my way. Investigation report. The preliminary investigation reveals that the unnamed complex belongs to Rosetta and features an unprecedented security level. The interior details remain unknown at this time. Given the mission's top priority, implementing an infiltration operation to determine a course of action and the deployment of sufficient special forces for a raid is recommended. The detailed findings of this investigation will be presented at the upcoming mission briefing. I think I know what happened. The investigation here is coming to an end. I'm glad I've made some progress. I'll tell you more the next time I see you. Very well, Mary. Until next time, which is right now because we're going to keep doing her quest. Mary. What's on your mind, Mary?
I figured you'd come through here after Iron River. I have news. I followed some leads in that bunker and stumbled upon a secret prison. And guess who I found locked up there? A bunch of mayflies.
A bunch of frickin' mayflies? Who's this person you were looking for?
An old colleague of mine. A senior researcher who used to work for Rosetta. He left them, just like Victor Hammett. Now he's been accused of aiding and abetting the enemy, the mayflies.
Where are they being held?
At an industrial park that Rosetta converted into a makeshift prison. When you get there, head to the central warehouse building. That's where they're holding my colleague and the mayflies.
Your colleague, huh? Hello?
No sign of captured mayflies or anyone else. I don't like this.
V, don't you worry. You're with a trained professional. Hello. Alright, let's test out our new gun.
I think we just walked into a trap.
What gave it away, V?
Yes, that is exactly what you've gone and done.
Mary,
Not without
no.
any prodding, of course.
Not frickin' Mary.
But I need to thank you for inviting me to your safe haven. Without you, Could I have met that girl so soon?
It can't be. It cannot be.
And I am sorry it's come to this. I enjoyed our time together, truly. But what I have planned next is far too important to be thwarted by you and your friends.
Oh, our heart's broken once again. Mary, how could you have done this to us?
So now, a sacrifice for the greater good is called for. It's time for you to die. Again.
I can change her. This is the hardest fight of my life. Alright, Mary, where you at? I'm gonna take you down a peg or two. We've been betrayed. You should have seen it coming. My car is not driving. Okay. We got a flat or something?
We made it out in one piece. That's the good news. But I think our friend Mary just betrayed us.
V, you gotta be quicker than that, my guy. So, what do we do now? No, let's see. If so, who is she?
No idea. But it's very possible she could have been working for Rosetta this whole goddamn time.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So what do we do now, V?
If Mary and Rosetta are creating monsters like that, then we'll need to keep getting stronger if we're going to take them down. Taking on another Transcendent is the best way I can think of to do that. The nearest settlement from here is Tallgrass. Maybe we should try there.
Heeding V's advice, it was time to scout out an opportunity to take out another Transcendent. And as fate would have it, the Tall Grass Settlement had just the job for us. Over in the Tall Grass Settlement, we ran into our old friend Claire. Oh, it's Claire again. What do you got going on over here? Are these the goods she's selling? Yeah, not the hottest items there, Claire. That dragon statue's kind of cool though, I'll give you that. What's that bottle down there, huh? I don't want to know. Alright, Claire, what's the dealio? We meet again.
Man, am I glad to see you. Did you come here to take on the Silent Beast?
Your voice sound like that. If you've watched the previous videos, you'll know the pattern of these main quests is you go to a settlement and learn about an issue they're having, then go and deal with that issue, which usually ends with fighting a small boss called the Transcendent. After that, you go to a monolith and fight the real boss. And once you take out the boss, you teleport to some separate realm and talk to Mitsuko to listen to her complain for a little bit. Alright, Mitsuko, have you gotten over your troubles yet?
I've got more memetics ready for you.
Oh god, you seem like something's wrong. Are you upset about something?
No, it's nothing.
Okay, I'll see you later then.
This one must have been quite hard to contain.
Oh lord. Seriously, what's bothering you?
I'm fine. Really.
Alright, perfect. Glad to hear that.
It's just...
Once we helped free Claire and her settlement from some demonic dog, it was time for us to move on to our next adventure. In this case, it was heading to the Blackfell settlement. I'm not going to bore you with the whole quest because it was kind of the same idea as the last ones, where you hear about their problem, fight a Transcendent, and then the actual boss. But there is two important things that I do want to touch on. The first is that this quest introduces us to Mayor Trent, whose history will be important for us to figure out how to get back at that bitch Mary. The second is that we finally encountered a boss that gave us a real run for our money, the level 60 Forsaken Giant. Mind you, the current max player level is 50. Okay, yeah, I don't know about this. We're gonna need some help. We're not even halfway to him. Fuck, man. Alright, we're gonna need to recruit some homies and come back. So we grabbed a couple homies and came back, ready to get down to business. Oh, there we go. We got action. The fight was going well enough, and that was until the giant slapped me down with his hand and literally sent me to another realm. Holy, I got fucking smoked. Jesus, sent me to goddamn hell. Can I like spawn or what? Well, this is some bullshit. Yep, unfortunately due to my fatal error, I was permanently ejected from the fight. Even though in all of the other boss fights, you can revive yourself with an adrenaline shot, or a teammate can pick you up. But my teammates were absolute units and managed to 3-man the boss with no help from me whatsoever. I'm gonna get a bunch of rewards that did absolutely nothing. Oh, a katana? Oh my god, look at all this stuff. Turns out if this boss slams the platform you're on 3 times, it breaks it, and if you're on it, you get knocked into next New Year's like I did. Anyway, shout out to these legends for the carry. With that undeserved victory under our belt, we rejoiced with the good folks of the Blackfell settlement, and then turned our attention back to getting vengeance on the woman who broke our heart. And to do that, we needed more information from the mayor. Trent, what's good? Is it true you used to be in Rosetta?
Where did you hear that? Well, no matter. It was a long time ago, but yes, I used to be. Why do you bring that up?
Oh, just curious. I'm trying to find a woman who claimed to be a mayfly.
Someone claiming to be a mayfly. You're the only surviving mayfly I know of. Are you saying this woman was an imposter?
Hell yes, she was. Exactly. Her name's Mary. I think she's connected to Rosetta.
Well, Mary's a common enough name, especially for low-ranked Rosetta members. At this point, most of them are clones with the same few names. I haven't been a member of Rosetta since Starfall, 20 years ago. When it comes to what they're up to now, I don't know any more than you do.
Do we trust this guy? Seems like a straight shooter. Looks like he's got a little sunflower pendant or something on.
But I do know of one place that might be helpful to you. Source Extraction Point 73. Rosetta keeps a backup data terminal there holding all its personnel data.
Are you sure the terminal is still up to date, Trent?
I'm completely sure. I know because I installed that terminal myself. It's set to auto-update for at least another century.
I thought you were a doctor. I thought you were American.
I trained as one. But when I worked for Rosetta, I was a data manager. That's why I was the one who installed that terminal inside Source Extraction Point 73.
Good enough for me. Let's go fuck some shit up, huh?
Even Rosetta's resources were limited by Starfall. Unless that terminal's been damaged or destroyed, they'll still be using it. Here, take my fingerprint and eye scans to unlock the terminal. I hope some good will finally come from all the work I did for that evil organization.
We'll make sure of that, Trent. With the metaphorical hand and eye scanner Trent gave us, we headed to the number 73 source extraction point, where Trent previously installed a data terminal during his time with Rosetta. The place was heavily guarded by Rosetta soldiers, but luckily they were very sensitive to electricity. Jesus. Holy shit. Thompson dead in his tracks. We made our way through the extraction point, mowing down Rosetta scum along the way, and eventually we reached the data terminal and found Mary's personnel file.
That's the data terminal. We just need to enter Trent's scans.
Give me a second, I'm looting.
And then we'll be able to discover who our friend Mary really is.
Okay, the data terminal, put in his fingerprint and eye scanner thing. Okay, we're gonna find out who Mary really is. Mary Ames, designed as LD-081, was formed in May blank 11. She was personally selected and cultivated by Marcus Ames, the head of the Gene Research Department and a senior director. Using Stardust and test tube baby techniques, they created a clone with surpassing abilities. Due to displaying tenacious and excellent survival skills during her growth, LD-081 was named Mary by Marcus Ames and given the surname Ames. As a clone with a complete personality, she entered a new stage of development. Mary was indoctrinated with metahuman theories and became a loyal adherent, believing that evolution was humanity's last hope. She trained in controlling Stardust energy by absorbing various deviations, quickly mastering combat skills, and catching the attention of Rosetta's security department. Upon reaching adulthood, Mary was appointed to lead a team of Rosetta elite agents responsible for high-risk rescue and search missions. Isn't it usually search and rescue missions? Whatever, I digress. She believes in the necessity of sacrificing the weak for the greater good, considering it a necessary choice to save more lives. Alright, so she's a test tube baby. She's a cloned test tube baby. Interesting. In recognition of Senior Agent Mary Ames' outstanding performance in recent special operations, Mary Ames is hereby promoted to Captain of the Agent Department and appointed as Warden of the Nalcott Island Securement Prison, as well as Commander of the Rosetta Division on the island. This appointment is effective immediately March 17th, 20-something. All Rosetta staff on Nalcott Island must obey Captain Mary Ames and acknowledge all her leadership and disciplinary powers. Signed, Senior Director, Marcus Ames, March 16th, something 35.
Mary Ames, huh? I knew there was something off about that woman.
Yeah, me too. I knew it all along, actually.
And she's no mere Rosetta agent either. She's Commander-in-Chief of all the Rosetta forces on this island. Let's get back to Blackfell and ask Trent about this. He might be able to tell us something more.
Very well. Trent, I'm back and I've learned a lot. You were right, that terminal was still there.
So you've been to Source Extraction Point 73 then. What did you find out about this Mary person?
Here, take a look at her personnel file.
Mary Ames, Nalcott Security Department, Warden of the Nalcott Island Containment Zone, Commander-in-Chief. So in other words, if I hadn't left Rosetta, then this Mary Ames would be my boss. Think she'd make a good manager?
This is serious, Trent. Lock it in. Mary Ames is incredibly dangerous.
I know. I understand she's the one who reactivated the monoliths and wiped out the mayflies, and who knows what else. We probably have her to thank for stirring up open conflicts between the Union and Rosetta. Regardless of her intentions, we must thwart her plans. As the leader of the Union, I'll tell you this. I know how much of a debt we owe the mayflies. After all you've done for us, this is our chance to pay you back. You have our support.
Thank you, but I still have some questions for you.
Sure, ask me anything.
I don't have any more questions.
Then good luck, Mayfly. No matter how difficult the road ahead is, I hope you don't give up. Humanity is counting on you.
Oh, no pressure. Yeah, it's fine. I can handle that.
Well, at least now we finally know what kind of enemy we're up against. Mary Ames is responsible for everything that's happened on Nalcott, but she's still just a cog in Rosetta's global machine. If we can take her down, though, we'll be protecting everyone on this island.
Is that it? Oh, we'll take her down, all right. Don't you worry about that. Now armed with the knowledge of who we're dealing with, Trent gave us a tip that Mary had recently gone to Sunshine Farms and said we should roll up and look for some clues about just what the hell she's up to. At the farm, we tracked down 3 memory fragments giving us precious insight into Mary's grand plan.
Mary, you need to stop this.
Don't be a coward, Victor. This is how we evolve. This is how we become stronger than them.
Having Rosetta personnel absorbing deviations at the pace and magnitude that they are, we're only attracting more great ones. It's too dangerous.
And what would you suggest we do when they eventually arrive? How do you suppose we defeat them then? Without my work? No. This is the best way to prepare ourselves. The human race needs to evolve. It needs to become invincible.
This cradle you made will let us survive without losing our humanity.
What do you mean? How is that possible?
This device will let us capture deviations and harness their energy without having to absorb them. It's a better path forward. Different from what the evolutionists inside Rosetta are doing. And we have you to thank for that, Mitsuko.
Good old Mitsuko. Okay, I just realized is... Come again? Anyways, I think I just realized, Jesus H. Christ. God, can I speak for a moment? I think I put 2 and 2 together. I think Victor Hamlet, I'm calling it now, is V. The flying mythical chicken.
Mary, stop this now. I will not allow you to hurt Mitsuko.
Mitsuko, you gave DVT-011 a name?
Her name is Mitsuko. She's more human than you are. She's our last hope.
You're right. DVT-011 is our last hope. We must use it, evolve, and reshape the entire world with this. But that kind of power must be placed in the correct hands. Victor, the committee and I are in agreement. You are no longer fit to be in charge of DVT-011. Time to stop this ridiculous play acting. You are relieved of your duties.
I will stop at nothing to stop you, Mary.
Are you really in a position to make threats, Victor? I could crush you in a heartbeat.
That doesn't matter. Not to me. Mary and Victor both tried to lead humanity out of this darkness. And they both failed. But maybe there is another way. Maybe the answer lies with you and Mitsuko. Come on. Let's get to the White Cliff Research Lab. It's time to see an old friend, I think.
Mitsuko! Look at you out in the frickin' real world.
Hello.
Hello. You left your sanctuary. Finally nut up?
Your determination to set things right gave me the courage to act. It wasn't easy to leave, but it was time to take back what they stole from me, and to stop Mary from destroying us all with her insane plans. Mary and her evolutionists imprisoned me here. It was where they experimented on me, tortured me. I will never forget that. I'll do whatever I can to help. The rest is up to you.
And with Mitsuko's words of inspiration, it was time for us to storm the White Cliff Research Lab. Fuck. All right, Mary.
Had potential, Mayfly. We could have changed the world together, you and I.
Oh, can it?
Do you seriously think you can stop me? How silly. If
Not
you
only do I
manage
think
to
I can.
find me, I will give you one last chance. Give me the girl and join me before it's too late. But first, enjoy this little game I prepared for you. All units, destroy the intruder.
Bring it on, sister. Oh, it is about to go down. And I'm here for it. Oh, hello.
I knew you wouldn't disappoint me, Mayfly. Welcome to
What the
place
fuck is that?
of birth. Father,
Hold on, Mary. I gotta change my gun.
here wants to witness this miracle with us. Won't you show them a little hospitality? Do not disappoint me, Father.
Is that the Marcus? Wait, is that Marcus Ames her father then? Alright, how do I damage you? Not like that, that's for sure. Oh, there's a freaking... Hold on a second. Find Mary's research log, find Mr. Ames' research. Ooh, what is that?
Mr. Ames should be given a quiet, restrained welcome. My father has never been a fan of grand displays. Mr. Ames has invested vast sums in this facility, and we must show him that the investment has not gone to waste. We have something to show from our years of research. Oh, and tell him that the girl is completely under our control. Secrets of her sublimation. We have secured humanity itself inside this monolith, and the girl is visibly devoured like a light snack.
All right, let me. I'm trying to read this.
If he wants to. All of what's left of humanity will bow down before us, the evolutionists.
Well, I didn't read any of that.
This is my gift to him, from daughter to father.
Marcus is her father, eh? I mean, I guess your kids are your essentially kind of like a clone of you.
Receptor LD-081 has displayed strong survival instincts even in the test tube stage. It has already destroyed 5 sibling receptors and absorbed their remains, in a process that seems to be very similar to the way a Stardust-infected creature absorbs its original self. I have decided to give LD-081 the codename Maria. Once the incubation phase is complete, she will be given her own personal space and receive comprehensive training and instruction.
I feel like I'm supposed to kill this thing, but I don't know how. We're just gonna pretend like it's not there right now.
She must be raised to know her purpose. Just as she devoured her sibling receptors, her purpose will be to seek out the strongest strains among the human race, absorb them, and in doing so, save the rest of humanity. We're also considering allowing her some contact with Mitsuko. They are close in age, but vastly different in temperament and talent. Allowing the two to meet may well lead to some interesting new findings.
Okay, so Mary and Mitsuko are like sisters then? That the deal? Marcus? Hey yo, Marcus, that you? What you up to, dog? Alright, I think it's only right we send him off the right way. See you later, Marcus. Bye-bye. Alright, Mary. Oh, here we go.
Give it up, Mary. We will never let you succeed.
Is that what you think? That this is a matter of you letting me succeed? With you standing here before me, My plan is already complete.
What in the Sam hell?
The force of evolution is unstoppable. This time, humanity will reach a higher plane of existence than it has ever known before. But for that, humanity must yield.
What the fuck? Bitch is Superman.
Including you. Mayfly. Give in, Mayfly. Yield to the tide of evolution. Or be crushed by it.
Of all the cutscenes to not have her mouth move, they picked the most important one. Oh shit.
I will protect you.
What?
Keep going.
Meaning what? Fuck them up, boys. Fuck them up. One down, easy clap. Let's go. See ya. Wouldn't want to be No time for... Okay, we must return to Blackfell quickly. We have to pull through this crisis with the Union. After that, we'll settle the score with Mary once and for all. Stardust fluctuations in this world are calming and our mission here can be complete. Well done. It's a joy to watch you get stronger, grow stronger. B, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Speaking of which, still time to want a little high-level challenge? Of course. Oh, you're not going to tell me? Gotcha. With Mary escaping once more, we headed back to the ever-wise Mayor Trent to hopefully help us figure out how to finally put an end to this woman. Okay, no talking. Ha! Mayfly, I'm so glad to see you again. Now's not really the time to celebrate, Trent. Don't be too hard on yourself. When I saw Manobus, I thought to myself, there's no way the Mayfly would survive this. And now you're standing right in front of me, alive and well. Isn't that something to celebrate? As long as you're here, we still have hope to fight back. What is that huge tentacle? How do we fight it? In Rosetta, then known as the Manobus. 20 years ago, it appeared, and with it came the Starfall. It is the most powerful rift entity known to humanity. Almost no one can stand against it, except metahumans. You can't face it head on though. You need to lure it to the designated battlefield for a chance to win. According to Rosetta's research, Manobus has an insatiable desire for Staroids. We can use this to lure it into a trap. When you're ready, head to the frontier to activate the Staroid. You'll need to fight alongside other metahumans. Remember, unity is humanity's secret weapon against all crises. Oh, that's it. Complete one Prime War. Let's go. Thankfully, on my server, people seem to live for Prime Wars, so I had no trouble hopping into the Giant Stairs Hard Prime War to finish off this quest line. The homie Sam the Plague and some other players brought like 1,000 missiles, thank goodness, because the 10 I brought barely made a dent. For those unaware, the boss in Prime Wars can't be injured until you break down its shield, which you can only do so with very heavy explosives, like the bio missile fired from this monster cannon. But with enough firepower to rival a small army, we managed to bring the old gal down and secure some very juicy loot. Good work! God damn, we smashed it. 7 minutes, 2 seconds, 1400 rating. I like that. Now, I've got to be honest. I don't know if I severely mixed up the quest order or what, but I am quite confused on what exactly is going on at this point. When we talked to Trent, he said that the tentacle that shot down from the sky with Mary was the Manobus, and that it could only be taken out in Prime Wars. Yet, we did some random Prime War and it progressed the story. So I'm guessing this will go on until we actually fight the Manobus? Maybe in a future season or something? Your guess is as good as mine. Where are you going? But moving on, up next we had a talk with Lo. Oh, if it ain't sunglasses. What's up, bud? And he mentioned he got word from his contact Dickie that Rosetta is attempting to turn metahumans into metadeviants. So is this Mary's plan and we haven't stopped her? To add fuel to my confusion, I asked Lo how to stop her and he said,
But tell you what, in the spirit of cooperation, I'll share what I know.
Great, let's hear it. Okay.
Why is it that everyone we run into is so strange? Just once, I'd like to meet someone normal. A fake mayfly from Rosetta, an assassination broker with a TV for a head, a robot with no emotional control. Oh, and of course, Lo, the deviation expert. And yeah, I know I'm a talking bird with amnesia. But still,
this thing's about to blow up. Who are you? Dickie? What are you doing out here, Dickie? Dickie told us about a mother and daughter who got scooped up by Rosetta for their top secret experiment and asked us to bring them back home. That's a pretty shoddy ass beard, my dude. Sorry, no disrespect. Use a little bit of a touch-up, though. He said they're being held at the LEA Research Lab. We went there and we were very quickly humbled. I'll spare you the details, but to make a long story short, the LEA Research Lab is a very, very unforgiving dungeon for beginners. You need a coordinated team or balls the size of Uranus to solo it. Alright, we're out of here. Luckily, I found a decently coordinated team. That was, of course, after failing completely once and dying about 7 times in the final run. Come on, dude. But hey, you know what they say. If at first you don't succeed, give up and get better guns.
My beautiful baby daughter, asleep in my arms, reunited with me once again. Because dreams are forever, you see.
Mommy?
You got a fucking crowbar from that? Jesus Christ. Well guys, there you have it. Our maiden voyage into Once Human is coming to an end. We've achieved the max level and done just about everything there is to do. Well, not everything, but more on that in a second. It has been a blast making these videos and exploring Nulcott Island. I had no idea what to expect jumping into this game, but I'm very glad I did because I think this game kicks some serious ass. I think the potential here is massive and the devs actually seem to care about it by consistently dropping banger patch changes. For a truly free-to-play game, it's kind of unheard of. As far as making more videos surrounding this game, well, I guess that's up to you. I have a few more video ideas, like doing a PvP series, for example. But if it's not what the people want, then it is what it is. I exist only for your entertainment. I guess your feedback will determine if the Once Human bus stops here. Anyways, I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and if you've watched the others, well then by golly, I am forever grateful. So, on that note, until next time. And fuck Mary. Respectfully.